So this week I would like to speak to you about that kind of visitor like me that try to enter a museum to relax, to listen himself, to have a moment that give him kind of deeply understanding of what he's doing and the ability to uh, retrieve himself in that place. This kind of visitor like me that I'm planning I plan like I force myself to go in museum one time a month. By the way, it's having a moment to think, restore myself, and go back with new ideas. So I think that moment is really important, and it could be really important ever from other your visitors. And John Falk defined this kind of visitor like a recharger. So someone that used that moment to recharge himself. Uh, Actually, this kind of visitor, alone visitor, could be not so big. This target, but anyway, you don't have to count only the alone visitor, but you have even to count the people that enter not alone, but inside the museum live the experience by himself, by herself. So something that it's uh, lived without interaction with other people, but just by his or her soul. And that kind of visitor, like me, is the one of the visitor that go deeply in what you give to him, go deeply in the content, the detail. But first of all, uh, he will probably try to immerse himself in the space that is more important than content, even if content is important, because she or he will probably go deeply on that. So, kind of target that maybe it's important to not avoid and consider, and but even with other way, let's speak about a moment when you can let visitor enter and is alone in your space. There are few museums that have this kind of ticket, but I know probably I don't want to scare you about the cost of this campaign about let the visitor enter by himself. Surely that visitor will have a bigger price, but I think that you can even give more space to this kind of solo visitor or a charger visitor, even without avoid any other visitor. Maybe try to let it enter in some space alone and maybe in some different times. But I think that is important. Try to let him live something more deeply without overtouring, without a crowd of people inside your museum, because probably he or she will search for this. Um, so that kind of visitor is one that instead of a mindful app, or instead of go to a spa, she or he will go in a museum, in your museum. So I think it's important not to lose that kind of target and keep in mind, and maybe make something important like audit about your space, because it's so important. It's so be immersive in your space. So probably it's the most important uh, character that this kind of visitor will check entering in your space. So like check if the light is always good, and the moquette doesn't smell, and maybe there is a audio background, because this kind of detail will be very very important for visitor alone, that will catch everything. Think about that slow hard foundation. Try to let the visitor immersive more, like 10 minutes for a artwork, giving to him just 5 artworks, as I remember. And this kind of, it's a way to let this kind of visitor be completely immersive, and this is important because he will she will search this kind of experience. uh, Surely, one thing that is really important to this kind of user is the welcoming. So have people that welcome in a good way. Visitor when enter for the first time is really important for the recharger. And in general, I think that you have to think about having him or her. Maybe is not your bigger type of visitor, but it's really important. And but don't think that it will be an hard visitor, because it's a visitor that outside of of this experience, it's probably full of stuff to do and stress. So it is he will searching just for peace, and so I guess that could be pretty easy for you to let enter in this mood, this visitor. In my newsletter of this week, I will try to give you some statistic about this kind of visitor, and if you want to follow me, you can read about that and know something related to this kind of specific target. Thank you very much, and catch you next time. Bye.